You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's America's Got Talent After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's America's Got Talent After Show.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to America's Got Talent After Show.
What?
That's where we're at. I am Kaori Takee. Next to me, I've got Kevin John.
Also known as Master P.
All right. Master P, man, you thinned out a little bit.
Yeah, Wode.
And next to him, Daniel Weiss.
AKA the Dizza!
Wearing a new shirt.
Well, it's not new, but I'm wearing a shirt!
What up now?
Ah.
All right, so this is, I don't know, episode 6, 7th audition round.
6.
A lot of audition rounds this
Something like
season.
that.
Something like that. We've got a lot of auditions to talk about to wrap up. But overall thoughts of this particular audition round, guys?
I actually thought that there was more acts that I really liked than any other show this season.
I would say today's show.
Would you say,
Na. But yeah, I would say that this show, there was a lot more talent. I mean, every act that I saw, I mean, with the exception of those little montages that they make of the foolery acts, but every act I saw, I was like pretty much impressed with. It was great.
Yeah, this was a pretty solid episode. It had a lot of fun and innovative acts.
And also, get this, some of these acts on this show, we were present for. We were actually there to see them. So.
Nah. Except for you.
People.
Except for you.
Yeah,
That's okay, you can say that.
That's right. That is true. If I said it, it would have been racist.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Lucky you. All right, so let's first talk about the first act. We got Rogue, the magician.
I know she stole everybody's superpower, and then her and Gambit fell in love.
No, we weren't watching the same screen.
Professor
because
Xavier.
This happened to be a dude. Oh. He was Asian. He had a magic shop, and he. I did not like this one that much. I was hoping for the best. Every time I see my peoples come out, I'm like, you can do this, and he didn't.
So you just root for the Asians.
Kenichi.
Yeah, he was
Asians
dope.
Got Talent.
Tonight's episode.
That's what AGT
racism.
stands for.
So what did you think?
He was okay. I've seen the same type of thing before. I've seen it done with nail guns a lot better, and he was just lackluster. Also, I am tired of them bringing up the judges. It slows the act down. The judge doesn't know what they're doing, and it just makes it boring.
Yeah, you know, this is what I thought. You know, if you're, since clearly I saw this.
You're pointing with Daniel Weiss. Okay.
Exactly. You know,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we all know.
I'm not the host you want. I'm the host you need.
Okay, I don't know what voice that is, but it sounds creepy and like a serial killer. So anyways, I'm going to eat your brains. Anyways.
Batman.
Kevin John,
Continue,
go.
Kevin.
I'm sorry, you keep distracting me with
What did you think
psychotic
of him?
voices.
Specifically, what was your favorite part of this act?
Well, see, this is the thing I was going to say about this act. You know, when you do magic on a stage like that, you need to make sure your magic is all-encompassing, you know? And I think that he did not show that. And I feel that it's extremely important to, you know, utilize everything. And I know he tried to use a judge, but that's the oldest trick in the book. I think when you're using a judge, you're trying to get favoritism because the fans will be like, oh, that's so cute he's using a judge. I didn't buy it.
He wasn't just trying to use a judge. He was trying to use women's intuition.
Yeah.
Putting all those staples in the bag, mixing it up when really you're not really mixing up staples.
You're not.
And
you're not.
Having Mel B punch him with a stapler and women's intuition that it won't hurt him.
Yeah, what was that all about, you know?
It was just, nah.
Yeah.
But I think he made it through. And I don't know what else he's got up his sleeve, but perhaps it'll be better.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Perhaps, yes. And then we got a little montage, and then there was this little kid named Gwentavious, this kid singer, the orange shirt. I didn't like him. I didn't like his look.
They showed 10 seconds of him.
That was enough for me. 10 seconds too long.
So wait, if you didn't like his look, or you didn't like his singing?
His singing was fine, but the package itself was kind of like, oh, you got some room to grow and all that stuff.
It was one of those
No pun
clips that it
intended.
was just, here's this guy, here's 5 seconds of him singing. Yay, we like him. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got a lady with a beard, Maximiliana.
Oh, that's so attractive.
It was actually pretty funny because she got X'd, but then she kind of retaliated and then she became funny. And we
She
don't-
still got to know.
And we don't know if she went through, but I'm guessing no.
Let's not forget the juggler, Brian.
What, the apple biting juggler?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to talk about him?
Apple biting juggler.
He was
boots.
fine. They barely showed him and he went through. I just don't want to skip anybody.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
wanna
skip a
get
couple
yelled at.
people. Oh.
I get yelled at on the message boards.
Look, guys, we can't cover them all, but we do our best.
But I like that because what Daniel's saying is that we do read all the comments on the messaging
We
board.
do.
And
We
we
do.
take into consideration what you guys say.
Right. And I've calmed down. I stopped drinking Mountain Dew right
Yeah.
before the show because you like me calm.
Yeah, and I like you calm too.
But I don't know.
We all like me calm.
But when you're calm, Daniel, you have those very just scary psychopath voices. So yeah. So next one, Kaori.
Next one, we got the Hudson brothers from Atlanta. They are rappers, but they come onto the stage dressed as females, and they want to talk about ratchet. So that is what happens. They rap about ratchet women, and it's hilarious.
Who doesn't like songs about ratchet women?
I mean, isn't that what music is right now? Ratchet
Basically,
women?
yep. Bands to make a dance.
And they make a parody off of it, so I appreciate it. I know you did.
I loved them. I got exactly what they were doing. The only thing that I thought was a little weird, and you were not here for this last week, but Brandon and Kevin and I were talking about it, is when they bring people on that are already established in some sort of way, and they already have something like 170,000 or 117 million or something hits on YouTube on the same song. So to me, it's a little bit
Cheating?
like maybe cheating. They already have all these fans to get on there. So when if they get to the live voting, they already have all these fans that maybe some of these other people don't. So I just think it's a little weird. But with that being said, I thought they were hilarious. I thought they hit the comedy perfectly. They were really funny, and they played off of Howard Stern. And let's mention that they got 2 yeses and 2 nos, which means no, they don't go through.
But Howie,
Howie pulled the golden buzzer and put them through.
which shows that he has a lot of faith in them. However, I am curious to see if this is going to be their song
Right.
continuing on. If it's
Is this going to be
this
their
song.
BOOTY? And if so, nice try, fellas.
Or do they have other varieties of ratchet?
Right. Hopefully they have other songs. They're funny. Or can they do more?
So I like them, and I'm glad they went through. I'm glad we get to see more of them. I'm very curious. And then we've got the kid.
Kaorius?
Curious. How long have you guys known me and you guys cannot say my name?
Let's be honest. You've changed the pronunciation of your
How
name.
have
That
I
is true.
changed the
That is
pronunciation
true.
of my name?
I agree with. Because you said first it was Corey, and then you
No.
said Kaori.
No, you always told me Kaori.
There you go.
But then you change. It's Takee.
Okay, that does not
Takeezy.
happen. Let's move
Now
on.
that's a ratchet way of saying it.
Takeezy.
Oh my gosh! All right, Ratchet Kaori. There you go.
You're so ratchet.
So next one, moving on to something more important, is a kid eating a rattlesnake. That was his talent. The kid was eating gross stuff, rattlesnake, and then eating a scorpion, and then he got Nick to eat scorpion. I was just wondering, why did he make it to the stage that far?
Let me ask you a question.
No. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
well, I'm going to anyway.
Go.
Have you ever eaten a rattlesnake? Have you ever eaten a scorpion?
I have eaten.
Have you ever eaten an exotic creature?
Yes.
Like what?
men. No, I'm just kidding. No, no.
Good night. Good.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. Kaori Takee
No.
is going to take the show.
No.
Wow.
No, in Asia, there are a lot of exotic creatures. I've eaten snake before. And yeah.
Okay, so you are accustomed to eating wild things. The reason why this is talent, or the reason I will give this guy somewhat a justification for exuding talent, is because that's not something you see in America on the daily.
But how is that a talent? It's not like if you can physically eat a snake.
But I won't do it.
But that's not a talent.
Open
that's
up your
a
I will
choice.
not
horizons.
do it. That's the thing.
All right, let's talk. What do you think? You better agree with me. Is this a talent?
I think that he has a talent for making nickels in 5th grade for eating gross things.
Okay.
It's not a talent. He's doing something that people don't want to do as opposed to things people can't do.
Okay,
I
see,
could eat a snake. I don't want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can physically do something that everyone else can do, it's not a talent.
but I'm not okay. But
Sorry,
you could technically
kiddo.
say the same thing about those daredevils that like jump from tall buildings.
you do
or
that?
Yeah, I can do it. I'm not
Can you-
going to.
I
it.
don't think you
I'm
can.
not going to do it. but-
Can you guarantee you're not going to die?
Can I guarantee I'm not going to die?
There you go. Daniel, high five. Over
I don't
there.
think anybody can guarantee they're not going to die.
I can. I made a deal with somebody.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about your Illuminati affiliation.
Well,
I don't know
But-
what you're talking about, Kevin.
The
Yeah.
judges agree with us, the mask, and they didn't make it through. But then we've got Loop Rollins.
Luke.
Loop.
I am your father.
I thought it was Luke too, but you listen again, it's Loop. Loop,
want
like how he throws that rope around. He's a Wild West performer. He has 2 kids, and he talks about his biggest talent is handling both a family as well as the love of playing with that rope. He comes out, and I wasn't so excited about it. He's playing around with the lasso, but he ends up being mighty impressive. What do you think? You.
I liked him a lot. Me?
Yes.
I thought he was good. Same thing. I thought he came out, he could probably beat the crap out of all of us, except for me. And I thought that he was talented. And I could see that he probably has an entire hour-long show.
Mm-hmm.
So that, to me...
You can see an
good.
hour-long show off of a rope.
No, I'm saying that I can tell that he probably has a lot more
Right.
that he can do, that he can turn into an hour-long show. If he had one, he would probably do roping, maybe bring out animals or ride a horse, something like that. He seems like he can build out an entire show.
And he sets the rope on fire, too. And he...
On
Yeah.
fire!
Fire.
Kevin.
Kevin,
Fire.
is that
Fire.
talent? Is
Fire.
that
Fire.
talent, Kevin?
Setting something on fire?
Yes.
It depends what you set on fire.
A rope.
A rope?
And moving it around your body.
Fire's cool.
Fire. Fire.
I've got Beavis
Fire,
and Butthead
fire.
with me now.
Shut up, Beavis.
Cool. Fire.
Well,
Fire.
everyone back
Sorry.
home, stop over to iTunes and let me know what you think about these acts, how you think about my crazy fellows over here,
Fire. Fire.
Beavis and Butthead. Keep the conversation going on iTunes as well as YouTube. As you can tell, we definitely read the comments and we take that into consideration. We love to keep that conversation going.
We do. Matter of fact, I want you guys to comment on our Beavis and Butthead impersonation and
Please
tell us how
don't.
accurate you think it is.
This is why they're not on the stage of America's Got Talent. And
Because
also,
they couldn't handle it.
Ooh, that is true. Blow it up.
these guys also work out hardcore thanks to Marie Menounos.
I'm so buff. Look at these.
Me too.
They definitely get inspiration off of this book. So check out Maria's book.
I learned
Every
how to
Girl's
read because
Guide
of this
to Diet
book.
and Fitness.
Oh man, this book bought Daniel literacy. All right, so that's it. You're not just working out; you are, learning to read as well, and it has pictures in it. So if you can't read, it's a lovely picture book where you can see cool pictures of. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
I love how you stop at that picture.
Kevin's hand is just magnetic for finding guys.
There, that's a
topless.
pretty picture.
Yeah, this is pretty. See, she's eating
Yes.
oatmeal. So get your book and get that quick fix so you can have that body like Daniel Weiss.
Everybody
Or
wants
learn
it.
to read. All right.
Or you can have the bottom of another host on here.
The next, you guys, I hate you guys. Okay, the next act that we're going to talk about is Beach Avenue. They are a band and they are playing an original song. And usually Howie Mandel especially is not quite fond of original songs. He likes having renditions of others. So their original song is called Coming Your Way. It sounds generic.
Hey.
And not unoriginal, but yeah.
Hey.
It sounds like that song that goes, I belong with you.
You belong to
Yeah.
me, my baby.
Yeah, I think that was Naughty by Nature.
That was the
No.
Lumineers.
No, it was Naughty by Nature.
No, Naughty by Nature did the
Hip
remix.
Hop Hooray.
But what did you think of that
Hip Hop
song?
Hooray. It wasn't my type of song. They were fine. They were talented. They were ballsy for coming out and doing an original song. It was okay. Again, I can't really say whether they're good or not because it's not my type of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were great. You know, it had it definitely, they harmonized great with one another. And, you know, the thing above all that I appreciate is the courageousness that it takes to do something original. Whenever you see singers on shows like this, they always do a cover or a rendition of something. So the fact that they were original, made it their own, and killed it on stage, pretty darn impressive. They got a vote for me.
Okay, well, they made it through with the judges. And if I didn't mention before, Luke Rollins also made it through. And I mean, I expected them to make it through because they are talented. That's not my kind of music. That's the only thing. All right, so then we get to a female coherent Bjork. I quoted Daniel Weiss over there because that's what he called
Thanks.
it.
That's the
And
new trend now for singers.
you know what else is a trend that's frustrating, and I'm sorry to say this, is that whenever we cut to a commercial break and we come back, we're in the middle of another act, so we don't get introduced to them. We
They
don't
should
know their
think about
names.
us. We have a show
We-
to do.
Well, not just us, but I'm sure other viewers want to, know a little bit more about who's on stage when they come back from a commercial break. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's why all I have is female coherent Bjork, because that's how we described her.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she just did the Zooey Deschanel thing where she's kind of funny, she's cute and quirky, and
she does a lot better than you.
nobody does a lot better than me. Nobody does.
Well, they make it through. And then there's Joe the comedian, who has a family montage, so we know that he is
Joe
going to have a lot of heart
Mandarisi.
and emotion. I know you get excited every time a comedian gets on stage.
I do.
So what did you think of his act?
I thought he was great. He had stage presence. He had that air about him that he has been doing this for a long time and he knows how to own a stage. I thought his jokes were really funny. I definitely can see this guy at a comedy club or doing an hour and a half set. I think he was great.
Okay. I thought he was good too. And it helped that he had that backstory. Well, because he's an older gentleman and he has a family and he's still working on this passion, just kind of like what Luke was going through. And I kind of respect that because it's hard to juggle, a career, your love, and your family, and be good at all of that stuff at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. He,
Yep.
Especially that one joke he said was hilarious. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Which one?
The one.
Yeah. Wait, which one are you talking about? I'm not
he
sure.
was hilarious.
Which one?
But,
The alien one?
Yeah, Doc.
Yeah.
That one was funny as
But
hell.
he was
Yeah.
like, oh man, and then
No,
and then
and
then Buzz
she came
Aldrin
in-
was all like,
yes,
you know who I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. And then freaking Pele came over and he was like, yeah, then Pele's a World Cup and then go.
This is
Right.
rough. This
Yeah.
is rough times over here.
Hilarious. Good times.
But I think you're gonna start really joining this conversation because we're about to talk about Sal Gonzalez, the Marine Corps guy who lost his leg.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
let's start with you. Let's start with you about this guy.
This is really my problem with the show. Love the show to death. Obviously, I'm up here talking about it week after week. But my problem with the show are the backstories, specifically when it comes to the military.
I just noticed
Like-
your notes.
I'm very specific, as you can see. This is comprehensive right here. All right. So, anyways, when it comes to doing, and let me say, I have no, I do not mean to dismiss or disregard anyone that served in the military.
good.
I think they should be held to the highest regard.
Yes.
Because of
Which military?
whatever they are, Army, Marines,
Hey, don't
Navy.
throw him down. He-
Iraq?
All right, let's move.
Anyways,
let's move.
Whether or not they were, anyways. So, you know, my thing is I respect that, but I don't like when they have this long, elaborate backstory to bring sympathy to the vote, try to get sympathy from the voter or the person at home. At the end of the day, I want to judge them on their talent, not where they served or not on their backstory. So I just dislike that sometimes they'll take 10 minutes doing a backstory of somebody when, after all, they could have just went and said a few things about him and let him do it. And he was great. At the end of the day, he was great. But I don't want to see, the problem is when you do that, you don't really look at their talent for what it is. You think about that backstory and everything, kind of like the lady that was diagnosed with cancer or something and went out there.
The Army Wives.
The Army Wives.
Last year.
Things of that sort. And it's like at the end of the day, you want to grade them on talent. You don't want to grade them on their backstory. Backstory's great, but it's called America's Got Talent, not America's Got Backstories. All right? So, because we all have a backstory. We all have one.
Daniel
has a very...
Mine's a lot shadier than anyone would like to know about. I thought that, take away the backstory, he was a good singer.
He was.
I thought he was good. I don't need to know about Iraq. Because here's the thing. Great, and I'm very happy that he did that. But it's now gotten to the point where almost every episode there's somebody who's served in the military. So now it's getting to the point where, are you that special? Because apparently America's Got Military. Which is
well, he lost a leg too, and I think that was
that's his one
the
up.
emphasis.
Oh yeah, the other guy was in the military. I lost my leg.
You know,
I'm just saying, and I'm not putting him down for that, and I think that that's amazing. I don't think his singing should be judged on that.
Yeah.
So to judge him as a singer, I thought he should go through. I don't know how far he should go as a singer.
Right.
But he was good.
Now you guys got to understand the reason why they do the military so much.
Anything.
Well, you gonna learn today. If you look at America's Got Talent emblem, what do you see in the back there? What is in the back?
Sparkles?
American flag.
Thank you. There's one smart person on here. So
And
you
I'm
see
proud
Smart
to
test.
be an
American flag,
American,
and you see,
or at
which is
least I know
patriotism.
I'm
And what
free.
holiday are we celebrating this Friday?
Fourth of July.
The anniversary of the movie Independence Day.
That's right. That's right. The one starring...
Welcome to Earth. Bah!
Anyways,
Well.
but I think there you see this military symbolism just because it's it's patriotic.
Tonight, Earth
Well, here's the-
celebrates its Independence
Here's
Day.
the thing that makes America's Got Talent so unique is because they put these backstories, not necessarily because it's a sob story, but because there's all these people from different wakes of life and shapes and sizes and ages
walks.
that have, walks, and that have
W-O-K.
unique talent. There's an ant here that I'm trying to kill.
That's our new co-host.
Oh, no!
That ant was actually a semi-finalist in 2008.
If you guys are listening, Kevin John just threw the ant into my water.
I did. You know there's a lot of protein and nutrients in ants. Drink up, you'll see.
No, this is all yours.
Maria
moving
talks about
on.
consuming
So
ants in
let's,
this book.
let's move on because now
the Birdman.
I don't know what's happening. The parrot.
Harvey
Clever.
Birdman.
The parrot and his companion. So what? The parrot was cute and talking, and I mean, Terry Fader's already out there. We don't need this.
And Terry
Not to be a
Fader is
jerk.
actually being
Terry
a
Fader's like
ventriloquist.
the most
Birdman,
successful.
but Birdman
Yeah.
wasn't doing ventriloquism. It's just the parrot was talking because parrots talk.
How long can a parrot talk though? And what
He was
variations?
right.
can
That's
you
what I'm
say?
saying. He was just being a parrot. That's like having a dog come out on stage and barking. Great. I didn't think it deserved the judges being all, this is awesome, this is so great, you're amazing, you have an animal that does what it does.
But dude, we've all seen on this show people that have brought animals out, and the animals maybe misbehaved, they were defiant, disobedient. So it's hard to bring an animal out on that stage and have that animal act correct on cue. Anyone that trains animals in movies will tell you that. So the fact that he was able to bring that parrot out, and the parrot was not only like on it with the punchline or whatever it was that he was saying back, but the fact that it went so efficiently, you got to owe that up to the trainer. I think he did an outstanding job.
That's
and it was
fine,
great.
but I still don't think it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Can you do that with a parrot?
He can't do
Exactly.
this to himself.
Yes, I can do it with myself.
I don't want to know what you do with yourself, but at any rate, I thought it was I thought it was
Inappropriate.
I thought it was very good, and I want to see more of the parrot man, the bird man.
Well, you will,
Because he went on.
because you move forward.
Hallelujah.
And then we've got this really cool but very too quick snippet of a painting pianist.
Josh White.
Sure, Josh White, and he was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I think the paint was a little too much. Like, it was just a little too...
But that was the beauty of it. It wasn't just a pianist.
Nah, that was not beauty. That made it gory.
It's art. I liked it. I thought he was great. I would have liked to see more because it was very quick.
Yeah.
It was very quick, unfortunately.
But we'll get to see more, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got this whole slew of birthday jokes. And we were all there. We were there in LA at the auditorium when they were joking that it was Mel B's birthday. And I remember we had to Google and make sure, is it Mel B's birthday?
Yeah.
And it wasn't. And they actually really made a huge montage of it. They had backstage birthday cake.
Now that didn't make any sense to
It
me.
made
I don't
no sense.
understand what the big joke was about. Why they were so elaborate on doing it. It was not. I had no idea why that was in the episode. I don't know what the producers were thinking of.
So that was interesting.
I do want to give a quick shout out, though.
No.
Okay.
We don't have time for that.
We don't have
Next
time
one.
for any kind of shout out.
Too bad. So what I wanted to say is during that birthday montage, a kid came out named Jake, and all they showed was him saying happy birthday to Mel B and going on with the joke.
Oh, yeah.
And then they cut away from him.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that we saw him. He did voices. He was, I
Yes,
think he's
that's
16 or 17.
He was really good.
And I thought he was really talented.
Yeah.
The judges did not vote him through.
They didn't.
But the audience did chant put him through, and they did not. But I just wanted to give him a special shout out. He was really good.
You
I
can
agree
be
with you.
nice sometimes.
He was
What?
amazing.
You can be a nice guy sometimes.
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 But the other 99% of the time,
No.
he's back to being Daniel Weiss.
Don't know what that means, but it's
But
racist.
that's a good shout out.
But no, the kid was brilliant. I want to say that. And he has a bright future ahead. He's
He
only
does.
16.
He can come back just like someone else did. And we'll get to her in a little bit. And then we've got Tosca. She was the one that had like the huge hoop and was doing
Whoa,
amazing, crazy stuff.
Daniel.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought I heard a beep. No one else heard that?
We're talking about someone that was,
It was
really talented.
It was Marissa's pacemaker. It's okay.
So what'd you think? What'd you guys think of this Tosca with her little hoop?
Oh my goodness,
It was
dude.
sick.
That was sick to death.
I could
man.
not do that.
You can.
There you go.
Well, I can. So you need to step your hula
Prove
hoop
it.
game up.
No,
All right.
just because you have a ring somewhere on your body doesn't mean that you can put your body through a ring.
What is happening?
I don't know. But yeah, I have a ring finger and I can't put my body through
Let
that.
Sir
So-
Richard out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So anyways-
this act was really good.
She was awesome. The way she was bending, like I can watch that for 90 minutes.
It was
easily.
original,
I mean, I'm sure she would get tired and puke after doing that for 90 minutes,
but
but
she's probably used to it.
I've actually seen dancers do that before.
I haven't.
I will admit this. I did have a roommate once. I'll admit it. She watched So You Think You Can Dance, and there was somebody on it that did something similar.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only other person that I've seen dance like that. But Tosca was great.
She was.
She was really interesting. I would love to see more of it. And again, I don't know how I would be able to do that.
I don't know how I'd be able to do that.
Without-
I can't even just hula hoop.
you guys have to have balance and coordination. You know, it's physics. You got to make sure that you spread your body
Here's
out.
homework. Everyone, I want to get a video of all of you guys hula hooping for next week.
Yes, and
Homework.
please tweet those to us.
Okay, and then she made it through, clearly.
Yes.
And then we got some really, again, that commercial break thing where it just goes right into these men in black dancers.
I wrote down MIB dancers.
And they're really good. Like, we had to rewind it and watch it twice because it was just too
It
short.
was so quick, but they were really good. We were saying that it, in a small way, reminded us of Kenichi from last year, but he started off smaller than he got anyway. So who knows what they can do? But I thought they were really good.
I did
They
too.
were dope. They were because usually you usually see somebody
Ghetto dope?
doing that. Yeah, ghetto dope.
Well, what's
Like-
kosher dope?
Kosher dough? A rabbi blesses it.
All right.
They were brilliantly magnificent. And the reason I say this is because typically when you see that kind of dance or pop locking style, it's usually they're one person doing it in solitude. You don't usually see three blending it together. So I thought that they were all precise. It was great. And I want to see them in the finals. I'll say that right now. Out of all the acts that I've seen so far, I'd put that in the top 10 easily.
That's huge.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. They will be in the top 10. That's my prediction.
Okay, well, we'll get to predictions in a little bit.
Boom.
But we already know who your favorite is of the night.
Yeah.
Then we've got Kelly Glover. She auditioned back in 2009. She made it to the Vegas round, but she didn't go any further than that. She sings Whitney Houston's If I Don't Have You. She makes me want to download every Whitney Houston album. This girl's a singer. She can sing. And I mean, if you choose a Whitney Houston song, you better know how to sing it.
Exactly.
And she did.
Exactly. I mean, you're taking a risk when you do, Whitney or anything of that sort. But she belted that song.
Mm-hmm.
She belted that song like she had been waitressing the last 30 years of her life and was at the end of her road and trying to get a contract. So tonight, she earned that contract. She did her thing. I was amazed and blown away.
I'm surprised that she came back. That was something like...
Well, yeah, that's what I didn't know if that was a violation
Yeah.
of, I don't know, some kind of
Well, she
thing.
never
Who
made it
knows?
past Vegas. I wonder if it's since you haven't gone this far that you
Yeah.
can come back.
Yeah.
She was good. I liked her a lot. Good singer. Great. Good. Wonderful.
That's the most, like, nonchalant good that you've given all night.
Don't worry about it, Kevin.
He's keeping his cool. He's thinking about his hula hoop tricks right now. His hula hoop video.
I was such a good hula hoopist in the first episode.
So yeah, she's good. And then we've got this whole security guard story that he turned comedian, Derek Santos.
Oh, Derek Santos.
He's shaking a lot. He's obviously very, very nervous. I think this panel has mixed feelings about his jokes. I thought he was good. I don't know if I can listen to him for more than 5 minutes or less than that.
I agree with you, Kaori. I 100% agree with you. I think his character worked for him, that little awkward, kind of introverted kind of person. It was cool, but I don't know the type of humor that he had, if I would be able to enjoy that for an extensive period of time, Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know. He wasn't horrible, though. I mean, I don't think he was bad, but he just wasn't great. If you're going to do that character, you need to be like, what was that dude's name?
Taylor?
Taylor, thank
Yeah.
you. But yeah.
Like, are you a Taylored?
I think, but see, Taylor is somebody who has I don't want to say similar kind of personality, because Taylor at
You're
least
saying like the awkward thing? Like
the awkward thing.
They worked it.
Yeah, because Taylor's at least a little more charismatic than this guy, but working that awkward character. Taylor worked that awkward character extremely well, and I don't think this guy did. But I think this guy still may be finding it. Who knows?
He made it through. Daniel,
He did.
I know you liked him.
I thought he was great. I thought he could have gone through just on the banter he had with the judges in the beginning alone. He didn't even have to go into his act. They were throwing things at him. He was coming right back at it. There's an old adage in the comedy community, specifically in improv, which is yes and he was giving that. They said something and he was like, yeah, and then this also, and this, and they were talking about his girlfriend, and he was just making jokes up while they were talking to him, and I thought that was great right there. Then he went into his bit, and I thought he was hilarious because he took jokes and he twisted them and did them in ways that you did not see coming, even though they were little jokes. Some of them were puns. I thought he was great, and I love, to me at least, humor is taking something that's normal, that people already know, and twisting it. And he especially did that at the end when he said, I want to leave you on a high note, and then he sang a high note.
Yeah, he literally did it. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I thought some of his humor, like he said his parents are transparent. I thought that was pretty
That
funny.
was,
Yeah,
see,
cute.
those jokes, I thought
And
he
it's
was
so
great.
simple, but it's funny.
Very cheesy,
character
cute,
is
like
great.
the banana and the peel, and
Yeah.
There is a comedian named Neil Hamburger, and I implore you to look him up. His goal was to be the worst stand-up comedian out there, and he travels and does big shows off of this because he has these cheesy jokes, but it's kind of his character, and it's different. Derek Santos seems more sincere about it, but it's just that type of thing. It's this cheesiness, but done in the right way. It's funny.
Yeah.
Much like the guy sitting to the left of Kevin. Hi.
oh my dear.
You mean the weirdo with the
I am your
psychopathic
dear.
voices?
Psychopath packet?
Yeah, the
You're
psychopathic
not doing
voices.
well on
Guys.
speaking tonight.
All right, Beavis
I'm
and
starving,
Butthead.
that's what it
So
is.
there is also, before we get to the final act, I just wanted to give a shout out to that ukulele reverend
Yeah.
that they just didn't like, but I liked him.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty
I
interesting.
thought he was good
Yeah.
until the very end when he was like,
too.
oh.
Yeah, but he didn't see. He just doesn't do that part.
Right.
If he doesn't do that. Yeah.
What's
I thought
in-
he was good.
Yeah, but then the last act of the night.
Way to go out on
I
a
mean,
bang.
Kevin and I were in the audience when we saw this guy, so when
I
we
had
saw
to
him, we
leave.
were all excited. You weren't there, so
was
we were
so
just
sad.
excited for you to see it for the first time. This guy, Ray Jessel, he's 84 years old. He started performing at 72. He is proof that at any age you can have talent and you can do what you want. And he performs an original song, basically talking about falling in love with the perfect girl, but there's one problem: she has a penis. And it was great. It was funny.
Here's the thing about
Cute.
him. When you're watching the audience, he's a good singer. And they were getting into it already. And he was starting the song slow. It's the same thing in comedy when you have a straight man and the person telling the jokes. You have to have that setup. And he had the setup of here is the normal part. And he was a good singer and people were liking it. And then the punchline started coming and people were just dying. I thought he was brilliant. And I'm going to jump a little bit ahead on predictions and say I could see him in the top 3.
Top 3.
Absolutely.
That
That's
is bold.
That's
has
bold.
it.
Bold.
I know.
He got bolder than you.
I'm telling you, he has it. He knows what he's doing. He knows comedy, and he knows it in a way that he can blow it up. And every time he comes back, it can get bigger with more jokes, maybe even more people. I think he can take it.
So clearly we know who Daniel's endorsing.
Yup. Maximiliana.
I think he was good. I mean, I don't know about top 3. I think that's really over embellishing. But hey, Daniel, you know, you know,
He was
do know.
easily the most entertaining, at least when we were there.
he was hilarious. See, and the thing is, I think he's gonna win over the fans. I mean, not necessarily with his talent. I mean, he's talented, don't get me wrong, but I just think his personality and who he is, that's what's going to win over the fans and the hearts of America.
He kind of reminds me of a better version of Big Barry. I don't know if you guys remember Big Barry from
Oh,
previous
Big
seasons.
Barry.
Yeah. So
Big Bear?
Big Barry.
Big Barry.
I know. That's what I said.
Well, anyways, I think Ray Jessel was really good. I'm curious to see again what other songs he's written. If they're he's cute. He has a good look. He looks like Einstein, like you said.
He does. Looks
like
just
a
like
mad
Einstein.
scientist,
And he doesn't like women with penises.
Well,
Even
Some
though it
people have
inspired
their
his song.
quirks.
Yeah.
yeah, and it was funny because in the song he's like, "Well, it was even bigger than mine."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
He knew.
cool.
I told you. I'm telling you, he knows how to hit that comedy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like you said, even from the beginning, like as soon as he got on the stage, he had this presence to him, and he was bouncing back and forth with the judges, of building that rapport that people really can appreciate. So
Yes.
I like this one. Let's move on to predictions. And
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
all right, guys, because you guys already said, say your predictions one more time.
I predict that Daniel will come to the studio next week with a haircut and wearing.
That's not going to
a
happen.
Yes. It's going to happen because I said so.
I'll tell you this prediction. I predict I'm coming to the studio next week with the biggest smile on my face.
So, anyways, back to the show. I predict that the Men in Black, godly, what were their names again?
I just wrote
They
Men in
didn't
Black.
have. They
because
never
yeah, they
showed
didn't
it.
show-
we
yeah.
came in during commercial
Yeah.
break.
But I predict that they will be top 10 easily, and I predict that they will be top 10. I can't wait to see more of them. Cannot
Okay.
wait to see more
All
of them.
right, you.
My prediction, as I said before, Ray Jessel number 3, but I'm guaranteeing you he will be in at least the top 10.
Okay.
I can see that coming. I definitely see that. I definitely think Derek Santos will do well. I don't know how far he will get, but I think he will do very well. I think that Josh White, I think, is going to surprise us.
Okay. I think that Kelly Glover is going to be the drama queen of the season. It's going to be that dramatic person. We always need that. Like last season, it was like that redhead. I also think the judges are going to have mixed feelings about the parrot. as well as the one that made it through that Howie had to save the golden buzzer, the Hudson brothers from Atlanta with the ratchet.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll be entertaining as soon as they get more, instruments around and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, I have one more prediction real quick, if
Go
I
for
may.
it.
Birdman's going to come back next time with 3 parrots, and they're all going to be talking.
Having a conversation, reading
Yeah.
a book, girl talk.
I predict that Birdman's going to come back with 5 parrots and have them perform in syncs. Bye, bye, bye.
That, you know what? That would be actually really cool.
Just saying.
So, I mean, we clearly already mentioned our acts of the night. What would probably be your least favorite act of the night?
I will go. I will say that my least favorite act of the night was probably, let's see, I will say of the acts that went through,
Okay.
my least favorite was Beach Avenue.
Okay.
Although, no, Birdman. I don't think Birdman should have gone through at all.
Hey, there's a hater up here.
I'm kind of with
Sorry.
him. I was like,
As the Canadians say, sorry.
they were totally like making him big in the commercials and stuff like that. This Birdman, and then it was like, oh, he's a parrot, being a parrot.
So I'll predict that the parrot guy actually makes it farther than Ray Jessel.
What?
Yes, I'm putting that down right now.
And
Parrot guy
what's your least-
will make it farther.
Bet.
You want to bet?
Gentleman's bet.
Gentleman's bet.
Wow.
see
Okay,
it
we
right
have
here.
this on tape. We have this on tape.
You do.
And what is your least favorite act of the night?
Gosh.
You have, you have something to choose from.
I mean, I know I saw all of them. I would probably say the Hudson brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, oh, you are such a liar.
I would
right
say
now.
the Hudson brothers.
Liar face, because
just
Hudson brothers
'cause
were awesome.
The whole ratchet thing, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that.
All right. Well, that about wraps up this AfterBuzz show for America's Got Talent. Be prepared to watch us hula hoop in the meantime throughout the week. In the meantime, where can everyone follow you?
You can follow me to the local grocery store.
Watch out.
Also, you can follow me at It's Daniel Weiss on Twitter and my improv group Doctor Who Live on Facebook.
All right. That was cute.
That was very cute. You can
Thanks.
follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Kevin John, or on Facebook, Kevin John Peters, or my website is kevinjohn.com.
Oh my goodness. And you can follow me at Instagram as well as Twitter at KAORIOUS. Kaorius.
She has great Instagram pictures too for all you fans out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, she really puts her heart into it.
Okay, guys. We will catch you guys
Love
next
it.
week for another episode. We'll see you later.
Good night.
From
Peace out.
executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
See you later.
told you don't call me Junior.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.